Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Caitlin. I make videos about wife life, motherhood, and lifestyle. And today I'm telling you about 30 things I did before I turned 30. I'm filming this video on May 25th, and my birthday is actually tomorrow, May 26th. I think when you are seeing this, it would have been yesterday. So I am 30 years old. I can't believe it, but that's okay, we're here. And I thought it would be fun to kind of look back at the first 30 years of my life and see the things that I've accomplished, see the places that I've traveled to, and take a look at the things that I've done. And yeah, just kind of go down memory lane and share that with you guys. Obviously I've done more than 30 things, but I just kind of went with the things that really stuck out to me. Okay, so I tried my best to kind of put things in order so it would kind of make sense on the timeline, but there are definitely some things that might be a little bit out of order or that I've done multiple times, so it's kind of hard to place it exactly. But I think that we're gonna start this off with what I would consider my biggest accomplishment, which would be graduating high school. So, I mean, to most that might not seem like a big deal, but I feel like that is a good accomplishment, and school didn't come the easiest for me. So the fact that I graduated, hey, I'm proud of myself, and that was definitely my first biggest accomplishment, I would say. Okay, I wanted to add in the fact that I have met a couple celebrities. I feel like it's kind of cool, and not everyone can say they've met a celebrity. So I'm a huge fan of like 80s rock bands, and my dad has taken me to concerts ever since I was literally like 5 or 6 years old. And when I was 12, I first met Bret Michaels and from the band Poison, and I actually met the whole band Poison when I was 12. And then after that, as the years went on, I ended up meeting Bret Michaels, I think a total of 5 or 6 times. So that was really exciting. And then I also was in Miami, Florida one time and at a nightclub, and I actually got to meet Fat Joe. I don't have a picture or anything. I actually just kind of tapped on his shoulder and said, hey, and he said, hey, what's up to me, which was really cool. And then also, I ran into Nick Hogan, which is Hulk Hogan's son. They had a big TV show on at the time, so like I thought it was kind of a big deal meeting him. So I actually asked him for a picture, so I got to meet him as well. So those are the celebrities that I have met. Okay, so when my first daughter was born, that definitely was probably the biggest milestone of my life. Becoming a mother is everything. It has completely molded me into the woman that I am today, and I had no idea that my life was going to play out this way. And the fact that I was gonna become a wife and a mom, I really had no idea. But I actually became a mom at a very young age. I was only 19 when I had Kaya. She is our firstborn. She'll be 11 this year. So she was born August 26, 2010. And yeah, she got me through a lot of tough times being a young parent, but she was a great child. She is a great big sister to her siblings, and we're just so blessed to have her. And again, she made me become a mom first, and that is truly, truly something special that I will always treasure. Okay, I wanted to add this little story in here because I just feel like it's like really unique and not everyone can say that they've done this. But my husband and I, when we were back after we just shortly had met, we were just dating at the time. My mom knew someone who actually flew like planes, like little private planes. And he took us on a private plane ride one night. It was very beautiful. We like overlooked the whole city with the lights and everything, and it was like super, just like kind of romantic and like something special that my husband and I got to experience together, and something that we'll never forget. So aside from having kids and getting married, this is definitely a huge part of our life, which is boxing. So my husband has been boxing since he was 11 years old. He turned professional in 2012, and he's just off and on been chasing his dream of boxing, and he really has accomplished a lot in his boxing career. When I first met him, I had no idea that he was a boxer. I didn't really know much about the sport, but ever since then, I've been to so many fights of his, supporting him. Him and our kids have been there to support him. We've traveled across the country for him. He's been on TV before, fighting, and we're just so proud of him. We do appreciate all that boxing has done for us and for our family, and I'm so excited to see what the future looks like for boxing and for my husband. Okay, so our first son is born, LJ. He was born on October 20th, 2014, and he has just been such a little ham, such a light in our life. He's so funny and competitive, and he loves to dance. He loves soccer. He actually just started boxing this year with my husband, and he loves school, and he's very good at school. Every year his teachers have praised him continuously, and we're just so proud of the little boy that he is. And he'll be 7 this year, so he'll be going into first grade next year, or this fall. But yeah, so that is definitely a huge milestone in our life, is our son being born. I am not adding every single place that I've been to in the world or in the country, but I definitely wanted to add the 2 countries that I've been to outside of the US, which would be Mexico. I went to for spring break when I was a senior. I was very lucky to go on a senior spring break trip with all my friends. And then also I went on a girls trip to the Dominican Republic a few years ago. It's very cool that I was able to travel outside the country both of those times to get those experiences. Working at Hooters, man, I can't say enough good things about working at Hooters. If you don't already know, I actually worked at Hooters for about 6 years. I was about 21, 22 when I started off as a waitress, worked my way to a trainer, then a bartender, then an hourly manager. I was in the Hooters International Calendar 2 times, so I had the pleasure of shooting with the Hooters Calendar team, and I just have made lifelong friends from working at Hooters. I have learned so much from working there. It built my self-confidence. I have an endless amount of memories from Hooters that I will cherish for the rest of my life. I loved working there. I loved anyone that has worked at Hooters, they might have a different experience, but for me, I had a great experience. I feel like I did nothing but grow at Hooters, and I had such a great time. I met so many amazing people that I still, love and care about today, and I will always cherish working there and thank them for everything that they did for me. Okay, you could say this is one of my most favorite accomplishments, or, memorable moments in the past 30 years of my life, and that is marrying my best friend, my soulmate, Limberth Ponce. I love him so much. I'm so grateful for him. Every day I just feel like I'm living the dream with having the most amazing husband, family, everything that he's given me and done for me, and I just feel so blessed. I feel blessed that I was able to meet my soulmate at such a young age. I believe we were married at 25. We got married on August 13th, 2016, and I don't know how I got so lucky. I really don't know how I got so lucky and so blessed to have him, but I'm forever grateful, and yeah, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with him. So going along with getting married, I actually have been a maid of honor for a very good friend of mine, Amanda. I was in her wedding as her maid of honor. That was such a huge honor. Wasn't expecting that, but really appreciate that. And then I was also a bridesmaid in our friend Anna and Lisa's wedding. So I feel like those are accomplishments. I feel like that's pretty cool that I've been in 2 weddings and one as a maid of honor, and I was very blessed and thankful to have been in their weddings, and really appreciate that they chose me to be in their weddings, and we had such a great time, both weddings. Okay, so a couple fun things that I've done multiple times. I feel like now that I'm 30, I can really look back and appreciate these games that I was able to attend. I've actually been to a couple NFL games and also a few MLB games. So my family, my parents and I are Green Bay Packer fans and Milwaukee Brewers fans. So I've been to multiple Packers games and also multiple Brewers games, and just had such a blast. Every game that I've been to, they've won. Every Packers game, every Brewers game, they've won. So fingers crossed. Any other future games I go to, they keep their winning streak. But I've gone with my family both times, or every time, and my husband as well. So those have been really special memories that were a lot of fun. Okay, a huge accomplishment in our lives would be purchasing our first home. My husband and I, back in 2017, bought this home that we currently are living in now. We love it. We love the location, the school district, everything. The city that we live in is the city that I grew up in, and I knew I always wanted to move back here. It was definitely one of my goals. So the fact that we were able to make that happen and we're still here is a blessing. So definitely purchasing our first home is a huge accomplishment that we did before we turned 30. Then came our last baby girl. Her name is Penelope, and she was born on August 13th, 2017. So exactly 1 year to the date from our wedding anniversary. She was our little wedding anniversary gift. So Penelope is 3, she'll be 4 this year. And she has been the completion to our family. She's super funny. She's like super into dinosaurs and animals and just like her own goofy little self. And she's definitely a mommy's girl. Now that I'm home more, we've definitely been able to spend a lot of time together and bond together. And we just love her. She definitely makes us laugh multiple times. Loves to paint, loves to be creative, and yeah, she's been a great addition to our family. So I've actually been to 2 NASCAR races. One, I was a lot younger, I want to say in high school. My mom and my stepdad took me to the Daytona 500, which is super cool. I feel like, especially if you're a NASCAR fan, that's like the race you want to go to. And then recently, a few years ago, on a girls trip, we went to a race in North Carolina. So that was really exciting, fun to experience with my girls. So yeah, I've been to a couple NASCAR races, which is pretty cool. Disney World. Okay, so I've actually been to Disney World twice. Once I was about 16 in high school. My parents took me when it was like around Valentine's Day, and my little sister as well. So I have very fond memories of going to Disney World with them, and that was a great time. But then also a couple years ago, one of my main goals and things I wanted to do was take our family to Disney World with our 3 children. And I was so excited that we were able to do that one year. We actually went to Disney. We went to the beach for the first time as a family, Clearwater Beach in Florida, and did some other sightseeing in Florida and just had a great vacation down in Florida. So the kids definitely love Disney World, and we did too as a family, and we cannot wait to go back. Concerts. Okay, so I haven't been to a concert in a while, obviously with the pandemic and everything, but I love concerts, especially rock concerts. Like I mentioned, my dad has taken me to concerts since I was like 5. I've been to so many concerts, I've seen so many bands, and I love it. It just makes me very, very happy. I love, you know, the live music. I love seeing the bands that I love and singing the songs and hanging out with people around, and I just think it's such a great time. I'm gonna try to think of all the bands I've been to. I'll try to list them here if I can. I've seen Kiss, Poison, Motley Crue, Bon Jovi, Quiet Riot, Rat, Cinderella, Ariana Grande, not a rock band, but I've seen her. I went to Lollapalooza before, so I've seen other people as well, like Rosalia and all different other kinds of artists and stuff. But man, I know I've seen, Def Leppard, seen them multiple times, but I definitely love going to concerts, and it's been a huge part of my life. Oh my gosh, AT&T Stadium. My husband, like I mentioned, is a professional boxer, and he had the opportunity back in 2019, I believe it was in March of 2019, he actually fought at the AT&T Stadium, huge Texas stadium where the Cowboys play, which is a huge accomplishment. Super proud of him, and we actually drove down and got to watch him live, which is so exciting. And it was a really quick trip, but we just didn't want to miss that opportunity to see him. And yeah, that was super exciting and definitely a huge milestone in our life and his boxing career. Okay, so I mentioned I had worked at Hooters. I definitely had other jobs prior to that. I definitely did a lot of serving. I believe I was in the restaurant industry for 12 years. But once I left the restaurant industry, I actually became an event coordinator, which specifically for weddings. So it was like kind of like a wedding planner. And I loved it. It was almost like my dream job. I love planning events, and I just felt like that job was kind of made for me. I really enjoyed it. I got to work with my close friends, and it was really a great time in my life. It was kind of short-lived. I only did it for like a year or two. Once the pandemic hit, I kind of decided that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but I definitely did enjoy my time being an event coordinator. I learned so many things, and all my restaurant history actually really helped with that. But yeah, that was definitely a pretty cool job that I had in my life that I'll never forget. Viva Las Vegas, baby. I have been to Las Vegas multiple times. Las Vegas actually kind of holds a special place in my heart because I've been there so many times, and a lot of times with family. When I was really young, I remember my aunt and uncle took me to like Circus and like things that were like kid friendly. And then for my 16th birthday, my request was to go to Las Vegas. So my grandparents took me and a friend there, and we just had fun like shopping, getting Starbucks, walking down the strip. And then as I got older, obviously, I was able to go. I went a couple times with some girlfriends. I went with family members for my cousin's birthday. I remember even back in the day, my dad took me to Vegas once. So, like I said, I've been there plenty of times. I love it. I just love, there's something about like the big city, the lights, just the excitement. There's so much to see, the casinos, just the whole atmosphere. I just love Vegas. So you'll definitely see me going back soon, and hopefully with my husband, because my husband and I have not gone together before, but that's definitely on our list soon. Okay, so Mall of America was really fun. It was one of the trips that my husband and I took with our kids, and we just shared a lot of memories there. The road trip was fun, and going to the Crayola like world there where the kids can play, and there's like all these different activities including crayons, and there's like a big gift shop and everything. And we just had a great time like shopping, and it was just a lot of fun. And riding the rides, they have so many rides at Mall of America. It was really cool that they had like a lot to do in one area, and it was only like a 5-hour drive from where we live, so that was a lot of fun. Okay, so going along with me being an event coordinator, I love that job because I love hosting parties and planning parties and decorating. Decorating is really like my favorite part, but I also love like putting together like games and like, I don't know, dessert tables, cake tables. Like that's like so exciting to me. I just love having like a vision and creating that vision, and it's just something that I really, really enjoy. So since I can remember, I've been throwing baby showers, birthday parties, my wedding, my bridal shower, my bachelorette party. I planned it all because I love to plan it all. and I just have so much fun with that. So I hope my kids appreciate it one day, all the parties that I've thrown and kind of gone all out for them. That's just something that I enjoy doing. So that's kind of been a big part of my life. Along with hosting parties, I've also hosted pageants. So like I mentioned, I used to work at Hooters, and since I left Hooters, they still call me back actually to host some bikini contests for them or Hooters pageants. And so basically most of the pageants that I've done for them were actually to raise awareness for breast cancer. So that's been really special, and I really take pride in helping out those causes and just, you know, donating my time and hosting the event for them so that they're able to raise money. So that's always been kind of fun to do and something that I appreciate them having me do for them. Okay, so something I have done before I turned 30 was start my YouTube channel. I actually started my YouTube channel back in November of 2019. So this November will mark 2 years of my YouTube channel. And it's definitely been a journey. I feel like I've learned so much since I've started, and I'm only learning more and, you know, growing more and improving and things like that. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, help me grow my channel. I'd really appreciate it. I'm really thankful for YouTube. I feel like it's given me a way to be creative. It's definitely like my creative outlet. It gives me something to do for me, and I really enjoy it. So since the pandemic hit, with quarantine and everything, we were very limited on things that we could do. However, I feel like it was a little blessing in disguise because it kind of made my husband and I think outside the box and take our kids to do different things. So we definitely took some little road trips and went on some hiking adventures, and we saw some really beautiful places that had waterfalls. There was like overlooking rivers and lakes and mountains and just beautiful sights that we had never thought to do before. And also obviously great exercise, it's free, and getting the kids outdoors was just like really important so that we're not all just like stuck inside all the time. And yeah, I really am grateful for those hiking adventures, and I'm excited to take more this summer. Along with the hiking adventures, we did take a few quarantine trips. We actually went to the Omaha Zoo, which was a very nice zoo. It's like, I think it's like rated like one of the best zoos in America, and it was definitely really, really nice. I feel like we went at the perfect time. We saw all the animals we wanted to see. There was enough social distancing that we still got to enjoy ourselves, and that was a really good time. I definitely want to go back to that zoo and travel to see other zoos. We also took a little Christmas trip to Chicago, which are only a few hours away from Chicago. We love Chicago, but we got to see like the big lit up Christmas tree, and that was really fun for the kids to see. So that was fun. That little, we went on like a festival of lights where you drive through and you see the different Christmas lights, and that was really cute. The kids really enjoyed that. Okay, so our pets. We now have pets. We've gone a long time not having pets, but just this past year, we did get our first cat and our first dog. So that's been really exciting. We got our cat first. Her name is Oakley, and then a couple months later, we got our puppy Waverly. So we love having them. I kind of feel like I have 5 kids now, but they've been a lot of fun and definitely have been keeping us busy. So like I mentioned before, after I was event coordinating, I realized that I really just wanted to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom. So with COVID hitting and everything, we kind of were almost forced to in a way, because I wasn't able to do events at the time, and it just kind of seemed like a good time to transition out. And I'm so grateful that I did. I feel like I've gotten so much more time with my kids, especially our youngest Penelope, since she's not in school yet. And I feel like I didn't have this time with my other 2. So I'm really, really, really grateful and appreciating this time that I have at home. I feel like I'm able to cook more, clean more. I have more energy to do these things and just become a better wife and a better mom. And yeah, I'm really grateful that my husband's let me have this opportunity of being a stay-at-home mom. I'm not sure how long it'll last, but I'm really happy that we chose to make this decision. Like I mentioned, being a stay-at-home mom, I'm definitely doing more cooking and cleaning, but especially cooking. I think that's one thing that I'm proud of. Before I turned 30, I've definitely taught myself over the years how to cook. I remember when I used to just buy frozen food from the frozen section and, you know, throw it in a pan and do it that way and cook it that way. But now I'm cooking everything from scratch, fresh meat, fresh produce. I cook new recipes from Pinterest every week. I'm always trying out new things, and I love getting creative in the kitchen. It's another creative outlet for me. And I think that, I don't know, I'm just proud of myself that I'm able to cook meals for my family and that I pretty much taught myself how to do it. Another thing that we've been able to get done lately is some home projects. I feel like in our early 20s, that's really not something that we were focusing on. I feel like we were go, go, go. We were moving from house to house when we were renting. And now that it's been a few years settled in the home that we own, and we definitely know like the things that we want to do to the house, we've been slowly taking the time to do home projects, which has been really fun. It's been challenging, but like exciting to see what we can do on our own, and kind of gives us some quality time together, my husband and I. And yeah, it's just been really nice being able to make our house a home. And I'm sure a lot of you also did some home projects during quarantine, but it's funny how as you get older, the things that you enjoy and appreciate. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to say would be like an accomplishment. It might sound cliche, but I just want to point out the fact that I have a happy, healthy, stable family. And I'm just so grateful for my husband and my kids. And you know, we do a pretty good job of living a pretty healthy, balanced lifestyle with exercise, the kids playing sports, feeding them as much nutrients, good nutrients as I can, but also mixing in those fun times of eating out and just living life. So I just feel like that is the biggest blessing. I can't ask for, you know, anything better than that. I'm so grateful for each and every day that we were given. I'm grateful for the 30 years that I've reached, and yeah, I guess that's my 30 big accomplishments that I wanted to share with you guys. And I really thank you so much if you watched all of this. I appreciate you watching this video. And if you are new here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and stick around and like this video because I'm 30 years old, okay? Give it a big like for my birthday, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.